Before we start, for everyone is my friend and all of this is made by AI, nothing is personal. For everyone, also known as Alpha Dera Boy, was born in Jamaica, Queens and raised in upstate New York. He was discovered at a street fair in Philadelphia and signed to Epic Records. I came to New York to chase my dreams and got signed to a major label. I wrote my first song at 14 and was discovered in my third year of high school, he told Gossip. The sexy artist does not have any secrets from his fans about his sex life, as he shows off in his music videos. In one of his videos, he is covered in blue paint which he claims to be laundry, but fans call it PDA. We guess his colorful style is inspired by his ex-fiancée Daphne Joy. We had fun on and off, but nothing long term. I am in love with the game of business and the financial freedom that comes with being a music artist. My friends in the biz and I get together and spend a lot of time watching the brand grow, he told Gossip. Fans are just excited to know the story behind the blue paint. Recently, Matt told VH1 that he still believes he is gay. The Doomslayer is the mythical marine that has killed massive demons with his arsenal of weapons. For everyone is some dude that decided to challenge the Doomslayer. Fighters enter the arena and prepare to battle, and in the blink of an eye the Doomslayer and for everyone start fighting while chaos ensues. Suddenly there is an explosion, suddenly the ocean splits open, many ocean denizens are dragged into the atmosphere. For everyone tries to charge the Doomslayer with his weapons, but he simply gets blown away. The Doomslayer prepares to finish the fight when someone pops out of the ocean. A multicolored figure that looks like the apocalypse in a bottle floats up and stabs the Doomslayer with its tentacles. The Doomslayer turns around and sees a giant octopus that is the face of a woman with eyes that resemble a man's eyes. He charges at the octopus and destroys it with his arsenal of weapons. After the destruction of the octopus, the Doomslayer sees for everyone running towards him with his weapon. The Doomslayer takes aim at for everyone and shoots him right between the eyes. For everyone falls to the ground dead. The crowd cheers for the Doomslayer and then they all turn their attention to the ocean where many more creatures are. That fight reminded me of the battle between Super for everyone and for everyone 2, but it was nothing compared to the battle between Doom Guy and Doom. For everyone and his brother Virgil are two Nephilim which are half angels half demons. Their current mission is to kill Sauron. The brothers are currently in the middle of a war with Adverga and other groups from the underworld. Forever and the Nephilim shouted as he threw himself into the fray, swords flashing as they cut down dwarfs. Let's get this over with, Virgil nodded, running after his brother, though he was still a bit nervous about fighting on such an open battlefield. Forever had been doing it for years now, but he'd never gotten used to the fact that he could be killed at any moment by one of these dwarven warriors. The battle raged around them, and Forever took advantage of every opening he saw, cutting down dwarfs left and right until finally, he reached the center of the field where the three dwarfs were standing together. He stopped in front of them, holding back the Nephilim army while his brother joined him. "What do you want?" Virgil asked. "We're here to take back our kingdom," Forever said. Then the Dark Lord Sauron arrived. Sauron stood tall and proud as he looked out over the battlefield. He wore a black cloak that covered him completely, even to his feet, and the only part of his face that could be seen was his eyes, which glowed red like the fires of hell itself. "You have come at just the right time," Sauron said. "We will not lose this battle." A group of Dverga emerged from behind Sauron and charged toward the Nephilim army, but the Nephilims had a secret weapon that no one knew about. It was a small child, no more than 5 or 6 years old, who ran forward and began attacking the Dverga with his bare hands. "Stop that," Sauron ordered. "That is my son." The boy continued to attack the dwarfs without stopping. "I will not allow this," Sauron said angrily. He raised his hand and the child fell to the ground, dead, but that gave the brothers the opportunity to attack Sauron where the legendary battle began. Forever. Virgil the Nephilim shouted as he attacked Sauron, sword slashing through the air. "I am Sauron," Sauron said calmly, "and I will destroy you both." As soon as the Nephilim got close enough, Sauron raised his hand and sent him flying backward. "Your powers are nothing compared to mine," Sauron said. He then turned to look at the other Nephilim, who was running toward him. What are you waiting for? Kill him, Soren commanded. The Nephilim didn't hesitate. He raised his sword and charged forward, only to stop when Soren raised his hand again. I will kill you, the Nephilim said angrily. No, you won't, Soren said. Because I will kill you first. The Nephilim tried to attack again, but Soren simply lifted his hand and the Nephilim flew backward. Both Nephilims were dead, but then 4every1 pulled a gun from his coat and shot Soren in the chest. That's the last thing you'll ever do, 4every1 said. He then put his sword through Soren's heart and ended the life of the most evil man in the history of the world. For everyone is a streamer, with him most popular quote being "I'm forever one of the best players in NA." He has a very large following and plays on multiple platforms. His main account is on Xbox Live, where he goes by the name of Forever, and his second account is on Steam, where he goes by the name of eTwitch. https://www.twitch.tv/4everyone, Twitter @4everyone, Instagram @4everf0 all life. 4everyone is the ultimate life form with the sole intent to destroy the hedgehog. For everyone is my favorite video game character because he is a total badass. I mean, the guy has to deal with being the last of his kind and the only one who can save the world from an evil overlord, all while trying not to get killed by the same bad guys he's been trying to stop for years. And it doesn't help that the first time he meets up with the other members of his team, they try to kill him. But Forever does whatever needs doing to make sure the mission gets done, even if it means getting his ass kicked in the process. I also think it's cool how he's dead in every game except for one, the anime, but you don't really know if he's actually dead or just unconscious until later on. And then when you find out that he's alive, he starts to come back to life, which is pretty awesome. For everyone, better known as Chad, is the main character in the newest and best horror movie in a while. Here's how the movie goes. Chad was on his way to school when he saw a little girl crying. He asked her what happened and she told him that she was scared because her parents were fighting. Chad then offered to walk her home so she could be safe. They walked for a while, but the girl kept asking where they were going. Eventually, they came across a large group of kids who invited them to play with them. The next thing Chad knew, he woke up in a dark room. There were two men standing over him, one holding a knife. Chad tried to get away, but he couldn't move. One of the men said, "Don't worry kid, we're just gonna cut off your hand." But then a monster broke out of the wall and killed the two men, then looked at Chad and said, "Welcome to hell." The end. The movie is based on the true story of Forever1's life.
One day you will have to answer for your actions, and God may not be so merciful.